This is Fluency, Module 3, Lesson 18. All right, we're going to start with some group counting. We've done this before, and this time we're going to use fours. We're going to be counting by fours and by sixes. So we're going to start by counting by fours. I will stop you and have you count backwards, and then we'll go forward. So just so that we can get very familiar and comfortable with counting by fours. So let's go ahead and start with 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. Let's stop there and let's go backwards from 28 by fours. 28, 24, 20, 16, 12. And now let's go forward again from 12. 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. All right, the reason for that is so that you are very comfortable counting by fours. You're going to see as we progress in the chapter that that's really important to have that. Let's try now sixes to 60. This, I imagine, will be a little bit trickier because it's not something we have done very much of. So, same thing. I'll stop you. We'll go backwards at points, and then we'll go forward. All right, here we go. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. Let's go backwards here from 36. 36, 30, 24, 18, 12. And now let's move forward from 12. 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54. Let's go backwards from 54. 54, 48, 42, 36, and let's stop right there and go forward again. 36, 42, 48, 54, 60. All right, good work. Okay, we are going to do some mental division. And so what we're going to do we're going to use number bonds. So we're going to look at this first one right here, 48 divided by 2. So let's put that into a number bond. Let's draw a number bond. Ooh, that's a little bit crazy circle. Not doing so great with those. Okay, let's start. So in our number bond, we're going to start with 48 up here because that's what we're dividing by. We're dividing in 2. That is our dividend. And let's divide 48 into 2 easier things to work with. Sorry for the interruption. All right, 48. We could divide that into 40 and 8. Now that should make it a little bit easier because 40 divided by 2 we know is 20. And 8 divided by 2 we know is 4. So if we add those two, we know that 48 divided by 2 is equal to 24. All right, let's try that again. We're going to try that with 55. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to take that 55. We're going to divide it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to draw the whole thing again because that one makes me, it's a little bit crazy. Okay, so we're going to try a new number bond. And we will do 55 divided by 5. So in our top circle, we'll do 55. And we can break 55 apart into some really easily divisible. Let's break it apart into 50 and then 5. Well, we know that 50 divided by 5 is 10. And we know that 5 divided by 5 is 1. So if we add those, we then know that 55 divided by 5 is 11. All right, as we get to this point, I want you to be thinking about, okay, now I can take my own, I want you to, on your whiteboard, I want you to be making some of these number bonds, okay? So let's look at 96 divided by 3, which is our next one here. And let's let's do that one. 96 divided by 3. So we're going to put 96 up at the top. Turn the video off for a second. Fill in your circles and then turn the video back on. Alrighty, you should have divided one of the ways we could do it. There are obviously more than one, there's more than one way, but we're going to go with 90 and 6. 90 divided by 3, well, if we think about our rules of 10, we know that 9 divided by 3 is 3, and then we have our tens, our 0 that we put in. And we know that 6 divided by 3 is 2. So our answer there, 96 divided by 3, well, that is equal to 32. And our last one here, 84 divided by 4. Again, fairly straightforward. So I want you to fill in your number bond. Put your number bond at the top there. And we're going to put 84 up there. Think about what you're going to put below and fill those in. We're going to go with 80 and 4. Well, 80 divided by 4 is equal to 20, and 4 divided by 4 is equal to 1. So when we add those together, we get 84 divided by 4 is 21. Alrighty, let's go on to this last page. Whoops. And we're going to divide using the standard algorithm. Some of these are pretty straightforward. For some of you, you can do this right away in your head. We're going to do it together using this standard algorithm so that we just get practice. And that's what a lot of this is about. So if we have 20 divided by 3, well, let's write it out. 3 is our divisor and 20 is our dividend. And we are going to look for our quotient. Well, as I look at this, I can see that 3 does not go into 2, which is where I would start. So with my tens, that doesn't work. But I do know that 3 goes into 20. Well, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 6 times. If I multiply 6 times 3, I get 18. So when I do that subtraction, I get 2. So that is my remainder. So my quotient is 6. My remainder is 2. All right, let's go on to the next one and look at that one. And that is going to be 50 divided by 2. 50 is our dividend. 2 is our divisor. 2, how many times does 2 go into 5? Well, 2, there are 2 2's in 5, in our 5 tens. So we're going to put in our tens place 2 minus 2. 2 times 2 is 4. We'll do the subtraction. Bring that 0 down, and 2 goes into 10 5 times. That was a nice, easy one. When we do our 5 times 2 is 10, minus, and we have 0. So our answer there was 25. Worked really easily. Actually, we could probably write that in there. 25, and the other one was 6, remainder 2. All right, so we will go on. Let's look at the next one. I want you to already start having it written out. 43 divided by 3. So again, 43 is our dividend, 3 is our divisor. So 3, there's 1 3 in 4. 1 times 3 is 3. We'll subtract that. And then we'll bring down our 3. 3 into 12 we have, well, in 12 we have 4 3's. 4 times 3 is 12. We've got 1 left over. So our answer there is 14, remainder 1. So the quotient was 14. Our remainder was 1. And the last one there, 64 divided by 5. So once again, I want you to, 64 is our dividend. 5 is our divisor. Looking at it right away, I know there's going to be a remainder because my problem does not end in 0 or 5. And we know by counting by 5s that in order for 5 to go evenly into something, it needs to end in a 0 or a 5. So when I look at my tens, I say, oh, well, in 6, there is one group of 5. When 1 times 5 is 5. When I do that subtraction, I'm left with 110. I bring down what's left in the ones. That's 4. Well, in 14, I know there are 2 5s. 2 times 5 is 10. And I do my subtraction, and I have 4 left. So my answer on this one is 12. Quotient is 12. My remainder is 4. And you have come to the end of Fluency for Module 3, Lesson 18.